What's up, everybody? It's time for another 8-bit tidbit. Today we have Casey Munchkin for the Odyssey 2, an obvious clone of the arcade classic Pac-Man. But the difference in this is that there's only 12 pills, which are called munchies in each maze. In this game, you play a character called Munchkin, where you have to avoid ghost monsters known as munchers, while you collect 12 pills, which are called munchies. I guess somebody was smoking some weed or something when they created this game. Now, each maze has 4 groups of 3 munchies that move through the maze independently, and the speeds increase the closer you get to completing the stage. Of course, just like Pac-Man, you gotta avoid the ghost monsters and clear the level. Also, there's a programmable mode where you can create your own maze, and a random mode where a random map is just generated each time you play. Instead of 4 monsters, of course, there's only 3 in this one. Now, compared to the Atari 2600 of Pac-Man, there's fewer objects on the board because obviously the Odyssey 2 is probably not as powerful as the 2600, but there's more color and animation in the sprites. Despite these differences, it was close enough to Pac-Man for Atari to sue Philips and force them to cease production of Casey Munchkin, and the rest is history. Now, basically what you see is what you get when it comes to this game. Just like Pac-Man, one screen at a time, simple gameplay, anybody can pick up and play it. There's no music. The sound effects are great. The Odyssey 2 has great sound effects. And the controls, no brainer. You just move the joystick where you need to go. So, do I like this game? Well, it is one of the better Odyssey 2 games in my opinion. And I guess it has a sort of replayability value to it. But I don't find myself picking up this one too often. But when I do play Odyssey 2, I always play this one. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, so to speak. But it makes me just want to play Pac-Man, to be honest. While it's not as widely known as Pac-Man, it is a very popular game on the Odyssey 2, and it's worth a look. So I recommend it. And that's all for today, folks. See ya next tidbit.